UFC 307. This is the weigh-in recap show, full card predictions, and the betting breakdown. I'm looking forward to talking about each of the matchups on this card after seeing the fighters on the scales. So make sure you guys smash that like button. If you're new to the channel, subscribe. Turn the post notifications on and make sure you share the video too. And also note, I will be live for the entire UFC 307 fight card Saturday, 6:30 p.m. Eastern time. You don't want to miss the fight companion. I'm looking forward to dropping some fire play-by-play per usual. Definitely tune in. And let's get into the first fight on the card. We have Tim Means versus Court McGee. So, throughout this week, I have been picking the Dirty Bird, Tim Means, to win. And I have mentioned a possibility of him KOing a potentially chinny and washed Court McGee. I understand that Court McGee was knocked out by, Jeremiah Wells, who's built like a freight train. Matt Brown, who's known for a bit of sting in his shots, but not typically the cleanest one-punch KO artist. Got a bit of power. Tim Means has got some knockouts on the resume. I definitely think he's the better striker. The question mark is, will Court McGee be successful in engaging with grappling? Now, I could see him pressuring Tim Means a bit and even getting him down, but is he going to body him for 3 rounds? I just have a hard time seeing Court McGee employ a pressure wrestling attack for 3 rounds that looks reminiscent of his prime. He's nearly 40, and with that pressure grappling style that he once had, I just don't think it's going to be as effective as it used to be, and I really still think Tim Means is dangerous on the feet. You can write him off because Uros Medic dropped him last time out, but to be fair, Uros Medic is like a pretty clean kickboxer. Now, both of these guys been looking horrible in their last 5, 1-4 for Means and then 2-3 for McGee. But also note that McGee's 3-7 out of his last 10. I mean, not much better for damn Means on the other side. 5-5 in the last 10, but still a lot better than 3-7. So I'm going with Tim Means to find a way. I think his significant striking advantage is the ultimate difference maker. I get it on the McGee side for some of you because he trains in Utah, which is high elevation, and that's where the fight's taking place this weekend. He's an OG vet, as is Tim Means. I like the stand-up and takedown defense of Means enough so that I'm going out and picking him to find a way to get the win. Now, as far as the scales, the Dirty Bird looks about as goofy as he can get. It looks like Bucktooth McGee over here. Holy shit. Is Tim Means that Bucktooth, man? Does he have like a fake tooth that he normally puts in? Looks like something out of a damn comedy movie. Holy shit. That's a surprise. Tim Means. And then Court McGee. All right, he's looking lean. Court McGee's looking in shape for this fight. I respect Court coming in shredded. The beard looking on point per usual. Damn, okay. 39 years old. Making a little bit of a physical comeback. McGee still looks good physically. I just think the reflexes might be gone. And not that Means look bad. It's just the buck teeth. You know what I'm saying? And then we got Tim Means with the flex here. It looks like he's filled out a tad. A little rehydration. These are the ceremonials. I'm bringing them up because I said, you know what? Let's see how the rehydration look. And then you got Court McGee filling out. It looks fucking stacked, man. It looks like TRT McGee. What's going on here? TRT McGee 2024. USADA's gone. I'm not making that accusation. I'm kidding. I'm joking. But USADA is gone. That's all I'm saying. Then there's a face-off, and somehow Tim Means looks like a light heavyweight, and McGee looks like a middleweight. I guess a better comparison would be middleweight versus welterweight. Granted, it's a welterweight fight. I like the size advantage for Tim Means. I like the power advantage. I know Court McGee can wrestle. I know he's a decent grappler. He was on top of Alex Morono in that whole second round. But can I have some gripes about Morono? He doesn't hit with much power, and he put himself in that position shooting for a ghillie. So I don't think Tim Means is doing the same thing. Tim Means, listen to me. Don't pull guard shooting for a ghillie. You should probably get a W. Odds for the fight, -185 for Means. McGee +160. Count me out as far as betting on this fight because both of these guys are well past their primes, and there's much better bets to make than these two. Over 2.5 -200. It's sweaty though because you don't even know if McGee can take a clean one from Tim Means anymore. I don't feel that one at all. I think this one is like sit out, chill on the sidelines. I'm not interested in anything here. Means by KO. only plus 265. If it would have been Means by KO plus 1,000, we'd be sitting here having a conversation about it right now. But Means for the win, minus 185. I'm not going to sit here and bet on guys that are well outside of their prime. And now, not only do I have to bet against one of them, I have to bet for one of them. Normally, I'm picking against both these guys at this point. So, Tim Means, Dirty Bird, one last dirty win. I think that Court McGee's going to give it hell in Utah. But I don't think that the MMA gods are too forgiving. I think he's getting knocked the fuck out. We're going to go Means to find a way to get it done. Let's keep running up. Our next fight on the card, Carla Esparza versus Tisha Pennington 2. It's not officially a rematch because their fight was an exhibition fight on Tough, but it's a damn rematch. I am going with Tisha Pennington to win a razor-thin split decision. Let me tell you why, because third time's a charm. She's got 2 straight split decision losses. And to be honest, I thought she could have got the nod against Tabitha Ricci, and I don't think I would have been too upset if 2.5 years ago they would have gave it to her over Mackenzie Dern either. Both losses to, tricky Brazilians. Different style with Esparza here. Esparza is a pressure wrestler, old school. She is looking to take you down. That's it. She'll tell you herself, yeah, I'm trying to take this fight to the ground. That's what she's trying to do. She's not going to sit there and strike. She'll strike to try and engage in takedowns. But that's her style. Tisha's a tiny tornado nickname for a reason because she does have pretty quick hand speed. She moves relatively well. She's definitely light on her feet, and she's relentless on the get-ups, and she's relentless on staying active and scrambling. Like, she's not a fighter that is easy to just take down and control. You're trying to get on top of her, she's squirming all over the place. She's looking to get back up to her feet. She's going to fight to get up. She's not going to accept bottom position and start throwing up triangles. Her style is striking, boxing-based, I would say, but getting up from the ground is a strength of hers, and that's why she's fighting close with contenders like Ricci and contenders like Mackenzie Dern. Esparza is a weird one because this is literally her last pro fight, and the fight right before this was nearly 2 years ago, and she got beaten up by Wei Li, who's the champ, and she lost her belt. She was the champion 2 fights before this. She had beat Thug Rose in probably the worst fight of all time. And that's why she's the second fight on this card. And she's a former champion who's literally fighting one back from having the belt. I don't think we've ever seen this before, where a former champion whose fight right before this one was the title fight, who is retiring, is put on the early prelims. I actually feel bad for Esparza in this position. Like, shit, man. I know that it's not really like a sellable fight up the ranks on this card, and it's about business and making money, but damn, she held the title for y'all. She was a tough champion, and this is how you doing her in her last fight? I hope the Utah fans come early, because if not, Carla Esparza might be fighting in front of a 20% packed crowd. That's sad for Alaska. That's sad for Alaska, but it's all good. I'm picking Pennington for the win. I don't think Esparza is finishing with a win, but I think she'll look okay. She'll time some takedowns. I'm going Pennington on a split decision. You got a coin flip fight in this one. Esparza had a kid recently, and she hasn't fought since having a kid. Tisha also had a kid, but she fought since having a kid. And I know that she can still throw down at a similar level to where she left off at. I can't say the same with Carla. And Tisha also looks way younger. Tisha does look way younger. Look at the physique on Tisha. She looks lean and mean. She looks in good shape. I guess she doesn't have the stress of a husband because she's a lesbian. I don't know. Maybe the lesbian lifestyle's got to age in more slowly. You know what I'm saying? I think that maybe it was the right choice because Carla Esparza, her man's is stressing her out, dog. He ain't taking care of the kids, nothing. I don't know what's going on at home. I'm joking. Chill. Oh, shit. But I do think Carla Esparza looks like way older than Tisha. There's like a 1.5 year age difference, almost 2 years, but looks like 10. To be honest, I'm sorry, Carla, that you're catching strays here. I'm not trying to hate on you. You look in good shape. You're a legend of the game. I'm trying to give you credit. I'm trying, but damn. Looks very soccer mom-esque, whereas Tisha still looks 29. She looks like she can still get down. Tisha looks great. There's the physique. Look at this. She looks incredible. Tisha looks young as ever. Carla looks like... All right, so this is what it reminds me. I feel like we got Tisha from Tough, 20. Put her in a time machine, fast forward. With 30 years later, we got her fighting Esparza. Okay, this is how the game goes. Welcome to the UFC, the rematch. I'm going with Tisha this time. I think after having a kid, I'm going to expect that Carla Esparza is a little worse than last time out. And Tisha's just in too good a shape to take this L this time. She's dreaming of getting this one back. And I think she's taking home a decision win. Minus 180 for Tisha Esparza, plus 156. Then on the other side, over 2.5, minus 650. Woo! That's low-key a lock, though. If these two get a finish, I think that'd be a bigger shock than Pereira losing. And then looking at decision for Torres, around minus 115. That's my official pick. I'm going Tisha Torres on a decision. I think she takes one home. Esparza, not necessarily an easy out for anybody. It's definitely going long. Esparza's looking to pressure wrestle. I think Tisha does a bit more damage. The hand should fly, and she should get a W. Let's keep running. Next fight on the card, Ovince St. Preux versus Ryan Spann. I am picking the side of Ryan Spann to get, I think, a knockout win. I'm going to stick with that. I'm thinking Spann pulls it off inside distance. I don't know why, but I have this weird feeling that like a decision shouldn't be a surprise here. But I do think Spann's hands are better than OSP's. I think he's the cleaner striker right now. He's faster than OSP. He's better straight down the center. OSP is like kind of an awkward loopy style. So I've been picking Spann all week long. And I think it makes sense, right? He's 8 years younger. OSP hasn't looked phenomenal as of recent. Granted, Spann hasn't either, but Bogdan Gushkov's nasty. Granted, it was a split decision with Smith. And that was like right before Smith, completely fell off. I'll give him credit. Krylov's a savage. I think that he can beat an OSP. I'm going to go with Ryan Spann to find a way. I think he could rock Ovince St. Preux with a big straight shot. I think on the ground, he's going to have a bit of a grappling edge. And I just simply think that he is more primed than a 41-year-old Ovince St. Preux. Let's check them out. Let's see the scales. OSP, dog. What are we talking about? Is that actually OSP? That's not OSP. Get the fuck out of my face. They found him off the street. It's a look-alike. Looks like a San Francisco crackhead. I love you, OSP, but my brother, I think the time is ticking. At least this picture is telling me such. He looks 41. He looks like the uncle at the barbecue trying to still shoot hoops with the youngins, man. Outside of a beer belly, that's the last thing that he needs, and then he'll be set. I guess his heavyweight run coming outside of the UFC, maybe when he jumps to BKFC after this fight, we'll see him with a little gut. We'll see him do his thing at heavyweight. That's not the OSP that I knew and loved from back in the day, okay? That's Grandpa OSP. That's his uncle or something like that. What the hell's happening? Superman Spann looks in great shape for this fight. Shredded, lean, jack. Come on. Stop it. Stop telling me you're on OSP as an underdog. Get out of my face. Cut it out. Bruh, OSP has lost majority of his muscles in his torso region. He's still got a little bit of bicep left, but holy shit. He doesn't look like himself. No way. Spann at least looks in shape for this fight. Ryan Spann should clap 41-year-old OSP. It's just how it works, man. The game changes. Time goes on. Things happen. That's life. And it's no longer OSP's time. Granted, he wasn't ever a top contender, but in his prime, he's a pretty gritty dude. I'm going with Ryan Spann to get the finish of Ovince. Minus 230 for Superman Spann. The odds have consistently dropped and gotten better because I guess there's just some newfound love for Ovince St. Preux. I get it. He's got a tricky style and he's got some cool wins, but he hasn't looked good in a while. I mean, he had a weird fight within Zechiku that he ended up winning, but it's not like it was a whoa performance. Let's go bet Ovince St. Preux. Minus 105 for the over 1.5, dog. You playing with fire on this one for an over. I don't like the over-unders. I think that Spann is very live to get a finish inside of the distance. That tag sucks at minus 185, and then if it does go decision, you'll be pissed. I think KO is relatively live against this version of Ovince St. Preux. Spann by sub, though, is what entices me for the big plus 700 tag. I mean, if you want to degen bet it, Spann by sub, he does have a good amount of submission wins. How many are we looking at? He's got 12 wins by submission. OSP has how many losses by sub? 3, only 3 though. OSP is relatively good on the ground. He's got those Von Preux chokes down pat. I don't know. I think Spann probably gets a finish. I think inside distance. I think we want to shoot for that submission call because it's big plus money, but like a realistic method, I'll say KO. but I wouldn't bet the KO prop, I guess. Like, I think Spann is a straight parlay piece, maybe inside distance, but that submission line is so damn juicy. It's just like, is he going to lock up a sub on tricky OSP, or more likely he rocks him and puts him out? Because OSP's chin, I don't know if it's there anymore. He definitely doesn't look good. So we're going with Superman to get it done. Spann for the W. Let's keep running up. Next fight on the card, we have Ihor Potieria versus César Almeida. I mean, if Almeida doesn't knock out Potieria, like, what's happening? What's happening in MMA right now? I don't know. I don't think that's the case. I think odds are we're going to see César Almeida destroy Potieria in stand-up. Potieria is definitely going to look to wrestle, but I don't think I believe he's good enough at wrestling to consistently take down César Almeida. I think he'll be forced into more of a striking fight. Like, let's be honest, Potieria is a striker. And I feel like when you have okay stand-up and a bit of, stinging power, maybe you get overzealous to land a big shot on somebody with a more fine-tuned skill set. I just think simply that Almeida is too proficient at a high level of kickboxing, and Potieria is like kind of a decent MMA striker. Like, sure, he can land big shots, but I think Almeida is probably going to give Potieria a striking lesson. And I know that he's 36, but he's relatively young in the MMA game. And I know, look at the fucking experience in 5-1 versus 21-6. But I think that César Almeida is going to knock Potieria out. I think the striking will be on display in this fight. And I think Almeida gets a little bit of height back in his favor. Now, I want to check something. 7 submission wins for Potieria, all in the first round. But none of them are in the UFC, and it's like against a 5-2 guy here, against a debuting guy here. Like, you see some of Poteria's wins, 1-9, 5-6. Like, he fought a lot of cans. Like, I get it. He's got 21 pro wins, but like a shit ton of them are against novices or just complete bums. So even though César Almeida doesn't have the UFC or MMA experience of a Potieria, he has way more high-level fights in kickboxing. And the fact that I'm expecting a striking fight, I think Almeida should get a knockout. Let's see. What are we looking at? Potieria. He looks freaky, man. I mean, I love the Jesus tattoo. Amen to him. As much smack as I talk, man. We got love for Christ. But I think that, I think you're going to lose, my brother. I don't know, man. I don't know. I'll tell you something. That tattoo looks cool, but the 2 random, like, pitch red nipples make it fucking funny looking. Holy shit. César Almeida on the other side, looking like the executioner. I think he's ready to kill. I'm going with César. The rehydration, nothing crazy. They both look as expected at this damn face-off. Nobody's winning a physique contest here. They don't need to. It's a fist fight. And I think that César Almeida is going to give Potieria a lesson in striking. He's going to give him a fundamentalist kickboxing lesson, and he's going to knock his ass out. So César Almeida is the official pick. It's by KO. The betting odds for the fight have César Almeida as a -410 favorite, -400 range. Over 1.5 is -105. Probably goes over 1.5 because Almeida's calculated, but I think that the KO makes a lot. Oh, okay, -200. Does it really? Does the KO make a lot of sense for Almeida? I think he can find that Potieria chin and put him out, but -200 for that is ass. The straight money line in a parlay, simply because Almeida has won a decision in MMA before against Fernando back on the damn Contender Series. It's not like out of the realm of possibility that he ends up having to win it by decision. I'm trying to see if like anything excites me. Almeida KO in round 2. What's that? +270? Fuck, man. +400, but shit. Almeida in a parlay. I'm picking him by KO. We should go under 2.5, which is -410. Yeah, there's really no value you can find with Almeida. I mean, you can force it. Maybe you're going Almeida by sub, you degenerate. If he gets a sub, I'm going to lose my mind, bro. The Matrix breaks if César Almeida submits Potieria this weekend. Almeida by knockout. Yes, that's the pick, obviously. Let's keep running up. Next fight on the card, we have Alexander Hernandez versus Austin Hubbard. I got to go with Hernandez. I've been picking him throughout this entire week. I honestly believe that he fights so much better at 155, but he's easy to judge as like washed fighting at 145 pounds. But it's not like he looked horrible. I mean, he lost to Damon Jackson, who's a relatively good wrestler with good pressure. He lost to Bill Algeo, who's awkward as hell, tricky. Has a win over Jim Miller. That's at 155. A loss to Billy Q, down in weight. Again, 145, 0-3. Money Moicano loss. Is that even a bad loss anymore? Look how good Moicano's gotten. Alexander Hernandez's resume isn't that bad. I mean, the 4 losses, 3 of them are at damn 145. Then, okay, Thiago Moises beat him. Drew Dober beat him. Low-key, kind of badass that he beat Francisco Trinaldo, even if he was 50 at the time. Trinaldo's a strong Brazilian freak. Austin Hubbard, I mean, you know, he's had some W's outside the UFC, bro. He's taking a decision over Lane, Night Train Lane at 12-9, who's a bare-knuckle fighter now. Carla got him by sub. He did beat Roosevelt Roberts by a split decision on the damn Ultimate Fighter, but it was a boring fight. Figlock win, but what does beating Figlock really mean? I don't think much. I'm going with Hernandez to find a way. 29-28, he takes it home. I'm going Hernandez. He's in great shape for this fight. Why the hell is he cutting to 45 in the first place? Hernandez, stick at 55, bro. You're way better there. And then we got Austin Hubbard, dog. Austin Hubbard's got the nose of a boxing champion from the 1960s. Holy shit. Austin Hubbard's got that Mickey Ward nose. That shit's fucking two-dimensional, dude. Turn him to the side. It's completely flat. Respect to the schnoz, my brother. You're a dog for building the courage to get in there and having that nose, though. I respect it. Hernandez, I don't know, bro. He's looking like he's Hernandez on a little fucking juice, bro. He low-key looks juiced up. I'm fucking around when I say that. I don't think he's on steroids. Austin Hubbard looks pretty jacked, though. Like, straight up, especially at the damn ceremonials, he filled in well. Then we got the face-off. Both guys coming to bang. It's going to be a good fight. If Hernandez loses, I'm expecting the chopping block. With Hubbard, he can he can afford a loss. He probably wants to avoid one. But I'm going to go with Hernandez, 29-28. He gets a competitive decision. Minus 130 for Hernandez, plus 110 for Hubbard. I know a lot of people are feeling the Hubbard pick this week. I don't know. I think that Hernandez can outstrike him and stop takedowns. I'm expecting an over 2.5 at minus 240, but you do have to have some worry because we are at high elevation. Hernandez by decision, plus 130. I am picking Hernandez as a close money favorite. I think that he wins the fight. Is it the greatest bet ever? No. But I do think that he is more skillful in striking than Austin Hubbard. He's just got like more of a wide variety of tools. And I also think that he's got a bit more power. Hubbard is okay with his stand-up, but I feel like in some senses it's basic. I mean, he switches his stances, which is kind of nice. Mix in some takedowns, which is kind of nice, but I don't know. Nothing jumps out the page and makes me say, wow. But I'll pick Alexander Hernandez. I think he's taking a W home. I'll say decision. He finds a way to win this fight. Next fight on the card, the ladies going after it. Marina Rodriguez versus Iasmin Lucindo. I am picking Lucindo because I am a fan and a believer in her, all right? Now, I'm not saying that she's the lock of the year, and the odds are chalky. Like, Marina Rodriguez is good as fuck, and to throw her at a damn underdog tag here is tempting a lot of people. I know hella people biting on Marina Rodriguez. Could she get it done? Yes. Did she give Andrade a fairly tough fight? Yes. Does that mean she's going to beat Lucindo, though? I guess I just have faith that Lucindo's a future top 5 contender. At 22, the skill set that she shows is like really beyond her years. And I mean, she hasn't fought in 4 months. At this age, 4 months could be hella improvement. And she did look good against Kavokevich, dominated her. Viana win. Like, all right, Brogdon Walker's a can. And then lost to Haragi, but that was 2 years ago. And you know what? Haragi got that lucky one on her. I know Marina Rodriguez is still relatively like high level, but she is 37. And this is the opportunity for Lucindo to emerge as a top contender. Now, there is a path for Rodriguez to win, and that's striking from range, using her kickboxing from the outside and her relative length advantage. I know she's given up an inch in reach, but she is taller, so maybe teeps from the outside, trying to manage that distance properly. Lucindo, on the other side, though, she's a good boxer. She's got really quick hands, huge flurries, good wrestling, and I just think she's a natural athlete, and I also think she has a speed and, like, explosiveness advantage, which I think are factors that are going to give her the win. So I'm going to go with the side of Lucindo, and I'm going to pick the unproven prospect who is at freaking favorite odds, but listen, we're not doing it for the damn odds. We're doing it for the fight pick. Rocking the tattoo. Be yourself, guys. Yo, everybody, be your damn self. Lucindo, I dig the ink. I dig it, bro. She looks badass. Rodriguez, I'm not going to lie to you. At 37, she looks tremendous still. She's older than Carla Esparza. Holy shit. Oh, my God. I'm shocked. I'm so shocked I'm scrolling down to Buckley. All right, let's get to the face-offs, all right? There is the front double bicep. Let's go, Lucindo. She looks great. I think Lucindo's ready. Rodriguez don't look bad, though. Respect. I'm telling you. I just got a feeling that Lucindo's got that thing. She's got that Brazilian thing. You can tell she's a Brazilian contender on the come-up. Now, I will say she is slightly losing the body language battle, but I don't know if that's because of her very long skull. Like, she has one of those, you know, what is the word? Potato heads? Like, she kind of looks like extra long up top, but it's stylish for her. It fits her. I'm not trying to hate. But she's also at, like, a slight angle. So, I don't know. She's giving up a little room to Rodriguez, but it ain't about the face-off only. I think she's pretty intense. She's looking in her eyes. I expect a good fight. It's going to be about, can Lucindo close distance? I am going to say she can, and I'm picking Lucindo by decision. Now, as far as the odds, currently, Lucindo, like I've been saying, she is a favorite, minus 173 with Rodriguez, around that plus 140-ish range as an underdog. I'm seeing plus 146, but as high as plus 165. Over makes a ton of sense at minus 330. And then looking towards the side of decision win for Lucindo, plus 100, plus 110. I'm picking Lucindo to take it home. I do think she's going to get a decision. I do think we're going over. I get it. You don't like the odds for this fight. She opened up as a dog, and, you know, she is unproven. But sometimes you got to ride that momentum, and I get that Rodriguez had a good performance against Andrade, but it's an aged Andrade. And I think Lucindo is quicker than the current version of Jessica Andrade and throws those similar hooks, which were effective for her in that fight. So give me Lucindo by decision. I'm feeling the prospect in this one. Let's keep running and let's jump to our featured prelim. Stephen Wonderboy Thompson versus Joaquin Buckley. I've been picking Wonderboy all week. Don't sleep on my guy. Don't disrespect your Wonderboy. Okay? Don't disrespect the 41-year-old Wonderboy, okay? Wonderboy's striking is clean AF, and we all know that. He comes from the karate base. He's really good at distance management. He's incredibly hard to close the gap on. Joaquin Buckley's got a bit of boxing. He's got some heavy power. He's got some tricky kicks. I get it. He's got the knockout of the year against Kasunganai back in like 2022. He's got power in his hands. But I don't think he's a perfect striker. And if you look at his recent wins, he is using grappling to get these wins. Nursultan Riziboyev, his last opponent, who he got a decision over, is known as a horrible defensive wrestler. Even outside the UFC, dude's always on his back. And then he beat a washed Vicente Luque who had a freaking brain bleed, bro. Like, I'm not trying to hate on Luque. I hope he gets well soon. I don't even think he should be fighting anymore, but the dude had a brain bleed. Remember Jermaine Taylor had that brain bleed? Blame bleed. I'm losing my mind. I'm sounding like I'm slurring my words over here. Holy shit. Jermaine Taylor lost his goddamn mind, bro. So I don't think Luque should fight anymore. I'm actually scared for him. Brain bleed is no joke, man. You shouldn't be fighting with brain bleeds. And I think that Joaquin Buckley beating a Luque who froze from the bottom is not a big win. And I like Buckley. Not against Wonderboy, though. Wonderboy's coming off a Shavkat loss where he stopped all of his takedowns in the first round. He had a win over Kevin Holland. Oh, but they had a striking-only agreement. Yada D, yada do. So what? He was fucking hauling up on the feet, okay? And then Bilal Muhammad beats him, who's the champ, and Gilbert Burns, who 3 years ago was more primed. Then Burns struggled heavy in that fight. Wonderboy's going to out-kickbox Buckley and take home a decision, and people are going to say, damn, this dude don't fucking age. Wonderboy, Karate Kid, to take it home. I'm picking him. I think the striking from range will be on point, and I think he's going to make us all proud. There's Joaquin Buckley, looking very Carlton, Fresh Prince-like. There he is. DC confronted him after the smack talk online, and he did cower down to the DC, and I don't blame him, because shit, DC will throw us all on our fingers, dog. He'll spin him around to some shit. Wonderboy looks in great shape. Tell me Wonderboy looks old. Tell me. Please, in the comments, tell me. Who thinks Wonderboy looks old? Or does he still look in his physical prime? He's an exception, dude. He's been knocked out one time, not only including MMA, including 57 freaking kickboxing fights. Wonderboy is amazing. And he's going to outstrike Buckley, and Buckley's not going to be able to get him down. And Buckley's going to be frustrated. There he is. There's Numansa. Fucking Wonderboy, filled in nicely. There's the face-off. See that length advantage for Wonderboy. Buckley does got a huge back and chest, though. Give him respect. He got those McD's, bro. Those McD titties, dog. He's got those big fucking pecs. Holy shit. What do they say? Mommy milkers, dude. He'll spray a little fucking milk on him between rounds, man. Respect the chest gaze. He doing bench press a lot these days? Wonderboy don't need the chest, okay? Wonderboy's got the legs for him. And I think Wonderboy maybe kicks him in the face a couple times and puts some respect on his name. He still got it. Wonderboy for the win. I'm picking him in this fight. Can you imagine Wonderboy absolutely crumbles Buckley with a high kick? It's not that crazy. Plus 185 for Wonderboy. Buckley at minus 220. Yes, I'm going with Wonderboy. I'm not doubting the OG. Count me out of this over shit. What is a KO for Wonderboy? Plus 700 for a KO. Decision plus 300. I mean, the money line is amazing at plus 180. And I know, you know, Wonderboy, has he gotten a highlight reel knockout in a while? He was destroying Jeff Neal for 5 rounds. Destroyed Luque. Buckley seems like he's going to lose. I think he's going to run into a Wonderboy who's not nearly as washed as like some people have in their minds. So Stephen Wonderboy Thompson for the win. He's taking out Joaquin Buckley. W incoming, okay? He still got it. Respect the karate, okay? Respect the freaking Karate Kid. Respect my guy Wonderboy. W Wonderboy in the comments if you're on the same side. Let's go. Let's jump to our main card opener. If you guys haven't yet, make sure you smash that like button. And if it's your first time on the channel, make sure you subscribe. I'm telling you, you won't be disappointed. We got Kayla Harrison versus Ketlen Vieira. The ladies going after it. And what I think is a pretty cool fight here. But I am going with the side of judo for the W. Kayla Harrison has exceptional clinch work, and I think that's where this fight for the most part is going to end up taking place. And I expect Kayla Harrison to be able to take down Vieira. Probably a throw, some type of throw, maybe a trip against the cage. I think she controls her from top a bit. She'll look to work ground and pound, but respect to Vieira's jiu-jitsu game. She does have a black belt. She does train with Petneris, good team. Or is it Cordero? Excuse me. I think it's Rafael Cordero, if I'm not mistaken. One of the two. I got to double check now. Oh, damn, they got her at a different gym. Well, at the end of the day, she's from Nova União, right? So she trains with a wonderful Brazilian team. Ketlen Vieira's got good Muay Thai alongside of a pretty crafty grappling skill set from the bottom. She's not bad. From the top, she's good too. But Kayla Harrison is an absolute specimen. Kayla Harrison is a freak. Kayla Harrison is an Olympic judo 2-time gold medalist. And I think that Kayla Harrison is going to be on top for a majority of this fight. I think Vieira can survive till the final bell, but I think it's 3 rounds to zip. Lopsided unanimous decision for Kayla. Let's check out the scales. Kayla Harrison looks incredible on the scale. Now, granted, in the actual weigh-in, she looked a bit more sucked in, but here, she looks young. She looks like she's unaged. She's taken some years back. Holy shit. Kayla looks in great shape there. She looks like she's 25 still. There's Ketlen Vieira, who actually looks in good shape too, but definitely not nearly as jacked. And you'll see at this ceremonial, Kayla fills right back in. There's Vieira. There's the face-off. You can't perfectly see from this angle, but Kayla Harrison's got like a freaky bicep. Kayla Harrison has a muscularity edge, and I think that physical specimen physique and that natural athletic gift, or rather that hard-worked athletic gift, is going to give her an advantage over Ketlen Vieira. So give me the side of Kayla Harrison for a W to take the big win home over the jiu-jitsu, or I would say more Muay Thai, though. When I think of Ketlen Vieira, I think of the Muay Thai. I know that she grappled up girl recently. I can't even think of her name. Holy smokes, I'm sorry. Pani Kianzad, but there's levels to this shit, dog. We're going with Kayla Harrison. As far as the odds for the fight, you're betting the money line of Kayla at minus 1,400. Hey, good bet, guys. Go cash, dude. Lock, baby. Damn, son, minus 1,400. There's nothing you can do with that, bro. There's nothing you can do with that. There's nothing you can do. I'm sorry. You can't do shit. What are you going to do? What do you want to do with that? You want to throw 1,400 for $100? Good luck. Oh, my God. Over 2.5 minus 1 sucks. Decision for Kayla, plus 105. All right, guys. We have to decide right now. Does Kayla finish Ketlen Vieira? With ground and pound, it would have to be. 6 KOs, 4 decisions. I know she fucked up Holly, but different level. These girls are not good. Yeah, we're going to go decision. I think Kayla Harrison wins it 30-27. She puts Ketlen Vieira on her back. She drops some heavy ground and pound at points, but Vieira's experience is going to keep her in the fight, and I think she'll survive a heavy Kayla Harrison brutal onslaught from top. Kayla Harrison, unanimous decision, and expect some ground and pound in this one. Next fight, we got Roman Dolidze versus Kevin Holland. This is actually a really fun fight. I love this matchup. I am picking Kevin Holland to win because I genuinely believe he is going to find a way to make a Roman Dolidze fight fun. I get it. Roman Dolidze, the ADCC grappling background, the championship level jiu-jitsu. Kevin Holland's a black belt. Kevin Holland's not a bum on the ground, and I get it that Dolidze is known for some decent pressure in the grappling, but I don't think he's a great wrestler. I'm going to say that straight to all of you. Roman Dolidze is not a great wrestler. He has very good pressure and he can like bully guys to the ground, but he doesn't have this exceptional wrestling game. He has more of a grappling pressure game where he'll break you and body you. But I think Kevin Holland's actually an awkward matchup for Roman Dolidze. There's going to be a really big striking difference between the two. Kevin Holland is extremely quick with his hands, and he is way better at boxing than Roman Dolidze. He's way cleaner on the feet. Dolidze actually gets really clunky and awkward in striking. Like, he'll throw shots and it like looks bad, whereas Kevin Holland is smooth with it. Kevin Holland's got hands that don't lie. I still believe in Kevin Holland's hands, especially when he fights at 185 pounds. His power translates way better, and I think Kevin Holland is going to drop some heavy punches on that Roman Dolidze chin, and I think he's putting him to sleep. He's coming off the Jacek fight, which in all actuality was kind of bad because he got dropped early, but Jacek is a way better boxer than Dolidze, and Holland still pulled out a nice submission there. Now, obviously, losses to MVP, Jack Della, but close fights and, you know, high-level guys at 170. Now a jump up to middleweight. Let's be real. Middleweight fighters are less skillful than welterweights. And I think Kevin Holland's frame kind of translates better for 185. And shit, if he wins this one, he's going to be in a very interesting spot because he'll be top 10. There's Kevin Holland, who looks very middleweight-like. Yeah, some more fat on him, but so what? He needs it. Dolidze, holy shit, he looks like a fucking Viking. I come take down Holland, pressure him, punch face, take follower. All right, Dolidze, whatever, dog. Holy shit. Dolidze, my man. We got to send him to the fucking wax house, bro. Got to get this guy fucking waxed. Holy shit. If I'm Kevin Holland, I'm fighting as hard as I can so I don't have that fucking carpet on me. Jesus. I do not want to be fucking rolling with Dolidze on the ground. Forget about his submission threat. That fucking mop on his chest right there is going to cause problems, dude. He's got a whole jungle. Holy shit. We got Dolidze some more. Holland and him filled out. Holland looks lean. People were saying Holland looks fat. I don't agree. Holland looks good. He looks full-sized. Dolidze is going to look to pressure wrestle and make this a snooze fest. Kevin Holland's going to try to punch him in the face, and he will. He'll land clean. And I'm going to say Kevin Holland gets a win. I hear a whisper. I can hear it in my ear right now. I'm telling you, I hear it. You guys hearing it right now? Kevin Holland by knockout. Give me Kevin Holland by knockout. Texas zone. USA in this hole, bro. I'm repping Team USA. Minus 150 for Kevin Holland. Plus 130 for Dolidze. They're all sleeping on Holland. I get it that he's a favorite, but a lot of people love that Dolidze dog. Fuck the dog. Fuck the noise. Holland by knockout. Plus 450. Give me the KO. I'm calling Holland to rock Dolidze. I know Dolidze seems like he's got a good chin, but I'm telling you something. We're at elevation. He's going to get a little tired, man, and he's not going to be ready for Kevin Holland's hands come round 2, round 3. And I think Holland can pull off a knockout. I'm picking him. I'm going to have Kevin Holland by KO. I'm going to put some respect on his name. I do think he takes his time to find the shot. It's not like he's going to blitz him in the first minute. Granted, you know, never impossible. Oh, shit, the over 1.5 is minus 435. I thought the over 1.5 was minus 185. I was like, yeah, it's interesting. But for over 2.5 at that, nah. I'm going to say Holland finds a way to get the finish. And I'm going to pick Kevin Holland. I think he wins this fight. I think he can drop some hammers on Roman Dolidze. And I think he can stop a pressure grappling onslaught. And I think he'll earn some respect back. Because I think people have forgotten that Kevin Holland's actually good. Let's keep running. Next fight, our featured fight. We got Jose Aldo versus Mario Bautista. If you haven't watched any of my videos throughout the week, well, first thing, shame on you. But if you're new here, you didn't find it, welcome, welcome. Jose Aldo is my lock. I've been picking him all week as the dog lock because I believe that Jose Aldo is going to beat Mario Bautista, who I see is just simply an average, slightly top 15, but maybe top 20 type of fighter. Just 2 fights ago, he deserved to lose, I thought, against Damon Blackshear, who took it on super short notice. He beat Ricky Simone in a, kind of competitive fight. Jose Aldo's coming off a beating that he put on Jonathan Martinez. He whooped his ass. Fight before that was 2 years ago. He lost to Merab, the champ. And what's crazy is it was also in Utah. And all Merab could do was hold him against the cage. Merab could not take Jose Aldo down. So Mario Bautista's now the guy that's going to be wrestle fucking him? No way. Mario Bautista's the guy that ends Aldo? Hold on a minute. I'm cooking for a second, okay? Mario Bautista. Oh, he submitted Guido Canetti. Oh, my God. Holy grail. Benito Lopez. Oh, shit. Come on, get out of my face. Brian Kelleher, who's completely washed. Come on. Bro, he took Jay Perrin to decision. Raul Rosas was fucking 13 years old choking out Jay Perrin in the first round. This is not the guy that ends Jose Aldo's career. Stop it. Jose Aldo has I'm going to say it. I'm going to say he has the best takedown defense for a striker ever. He's going to be able to outstrike Bautista. I think he touches him with some clean shots, avoids the pressure. Sure, he might get pressured against the cage a bit. He'll fight out of it. Land from distance, touch up Bautista with some clean ones, and take a massive W home. Jose Aldo, underdog lock. Don't sleep on the legend. He proved he still got it last fight. He looked better than before last fight. Bautista looks in great shape. Somehow, Bautista looks like my grandfather from the neck up, who's in his 90s. But from the neck down, he looks 29. So I'm confused, man. What the fuck is going on? And then on the other side, we got Jose Aldo, who somehow looks younger than Mario Bautista. And the weight cuts just seem to be getting easier with age. Aldo just ages like fine wine. He's one of the few. He's a freak. Let's get to the ceremonials. There's Bautista again, Grandpa. And then on the other side, there's Jose, who looks jacked. Then there's the face-off. Jose Aldo's got this, man. Mario Bautista, he literally gave an NPC-like reply at the press conference, which gave me even more confidence in Aldo. Well, I think he's washed, and I'm going to beat him, and I'm going to take it. You think he's past his prime? You think Aldo's done? Bruh, if you're Mario Bautista and you think that Aldo is not as good as he once was, even more likely you're going to lose. Jose Aldo for the W. All day long. Team Aldo for the win. Now, as far as the odds, Jose Aldo is plus 128. Mario Bautista is minus 148. Give me the underdog. Give me the underdog. Give me Jose Aldo. I think he's winning. Forget about the props. You don't have to. I mean, yeah, it's probably going long. More likely, you go decision. What's Aldo? Aldo KO plus 650. Aldo hasn't gotten a KO in a minute. It's been a minute since he got a KO. He has not even gotten a KO in boxing, to be fair. Last time he got a KO, though, he knocked out Money Moicano, which is aged beautifully. Expect Aldo to rip Mario Bautista with some heavy body shots. Trust. A little inside info for you. Aldo is going to box in this fight, and he's going to rip some body shots, and I'm telling you, that is going to stifle Mario Bautista's game a bit. So I'm going Jose Aldo, locking it up. The money line's the A side. He's still got it. Don't sleep on him. 38 is nothing for Aldo. He's built differently, and he's still chasing a title. Co-main event, the ladies go after it. We have Raquel Pennington versus Julianna Pena. So all week long, I have been picking the side of Raquel Pennington. And the reasons that I have been picking her is because I think she's looked relatively good as of late. I think her striking is solid. Her clinch work is pretty nice. She's got good elbows on the inside. She's got a gas tank to go long. She's got decent pressure. The worry is, though, that Julianna Pena has a bigger dog in her. Julianna Pena is like a relentless pressure-based style. She does have good wrestling. She really doesn't stop coming forward. And even though it doesn't look that technical, she does know how to be effective. Julianna Pena is a really hard fight for Raquel, and we're going to check out the scales. The scales bring validity to this fight for me because I've been picking Pennington, but I said, let's see how the scales look, and let's see how Pena looks after the layoff. Julianna Pena looks in phenomenal shape for this fight, and I have said it myself. I am one who believes ring rust is somewhat of a myth. If you're still training hard, maybe not. Very tricky to say. I think ring rust might be a conspiracy. And then Pennington looks okay. Pennington looks average. She looks decent. Like, I'm not trying to shaft Pennington. She's an OG. There's them rehydrated up. And then there's the face-off. Dude, Julianna Pena throughout this whole week has been so damn confident. And I've been seeing the MMA community saying that Pena got cooked by Kayla Harrison. How do you get cooked by Kayla Harrison when Harrison's line is, who have you fought? When you literally have a win over Amanda Nunes. What the hell is that? That's getting cooked, bro. Julianna Pena is like the female DDP on the mic. She's relentless with comebacks, and she's completely unbothered always. But the question is, does the confidence push me towards Julianna Pena becoming the new champion? I look at this intense face-off, and I think about the matchup. I see it as so damn competitive. I can feel it coming in the air tonight. You know what I'm going to do, guys? I'm going to cheers to everybody watching. Thank you for tuning in. As I take a sip, my answer shall come. Julianna Pena. What? I'm telling you, bro. I got a pick flip. I don't know. I just said whatever comes to me first. I think Pena's going to win a close-ass fight. And I was on Pennington earlier in the week, but I just got this feeling. I got to go pick flip. I got to go Pena. The aura is unmatched right now. And if I'm wrong, I won't be. I won't be because Julianna Pena's winning. Oh, shit. I'm feeling confident now. Julianna Pena for the W. I'm pick flipping. I have to. I thought about this pick flip earlier in the week, and I was like, bro, see at the weigh-in, see how you're feeling, see if something changes. An aura changed. A vibe changed. The reason I was picking the side of Pennington is because Pena's been out. But the fact that Pena's looking as good as ever, I think she's live. Plus 145 for Pena, the underdog and the former champ. Pennington minus 170. I wouldn't bet on Pennington. I asked myself, if the lines were even and you had to place a bet, you had a gun to your head, who you picking? I said, I'd pick Julianna Pena. I think she's got more dog in her. Raquel Pennington did quit on the stool. And you say, oh, they both got destroyed by Nunes. True, but Pena fought till the end. She didn't quit. And I think that dog inside of her is the reason I am going to pick flip to her. And I'm going with underdog Julianna Pena and new champion and once again champion in this main event for co-main event for UFC 307. I'm getting too excited. Fuck the damn props. But decision win for Pena is plus 300. Dude, if you're betting it, just money line it. You're betting on the ladies. Throw it down straight to center. Don't go crazy. Just bet the money line. I'm going with Pena on a pick flip, but I would say the most dangerous bet sometimes is ones that you teeter back and forth with, but sometimes those can be the great successes. I'm going to go with Julianna Pena to win the belt again. I just got a feeling that she's going to turn up and she's going to take a decision on Raquel. We're going with her. Let's keep running. Let's jump to our main event of the evening. If you guys haven't yet, make sure you smash that like button. If you're new to the channel, subscribe it up. We got Alex Pereira versus Khalil Rountree. I've been picking Alex Pereira all week, and I love me some Khalil Rountree. He's a spiritual guy, and I love his mentality, man. But I honestly believe that Alex Pereira is just simply too good. Alex Pereira is the highest level of striker Khalil Rountree has ever faced. And I know that Rountree is one of the better strikers that Alex Pereira has been in the cage with, but he has been in the ring with the best kickboxers, period. And even though I think Rountree is actually really good at striking, I mean, you remember when he knocked out Gohan Saki years ago, who comes from kickboxing? So I get the mentality that, Rountree might have the style for him. But there's times where Rountree also looks flat. Now, he's coming off a third-round knockout of Anthony Smith. Before that, a Chris Daukaus KO, which was nice. Before that, though, split decision with Dustin Jacoby, who was also a pro kickboxer. As the technique gets cleaner, Rountree struggles. And I think Alex Pereira is probably going to sleep Khalil Rountree. I think he's going to knock him out first or second round. I think the under 2.5 is a damn lock in this fight. And I think Pereira's two champs. Simply, I believe that he's too precise and powerful. The combination of both give nightmares to Khalil. I think the lead left hook of Pereira as Rountree throws a little wide is going to be an available counter. I think Pereira's dangerous overall in the stand-up department. And I think he's putting Rountree to bed. I do. I believe it. I'm going with Poatan Pereira, and still, I'm not sleeping on my guy. Now, will the scales change something? And people have said, yo, what about Southpaw, though? I think Pereira, with as many fights as he has in kickboxing, is ready for a Southpaw. And he beat Southpaw Jamal Hill recently. Granted, yes, Khalil Rountree is more technical than Jamal Hill, though I think Jamal Hill is a bit quicker with his hands. There's Rountree, who, respect to him, best shape of his career, for sure. Pereira looks like Shama does, bro. Pereira's on point and ready for warfare. Now let's check out the actual ceremonials, the rehydration. Rountree looks as wide as a barn door, and he's representing Muay Thai with the full outfit. Dude looks straight out of Mortal Kombat, and he's got a Mortal Kombat foe with Pereira in the full native getup here. Holy shit. I'm telling you, those Shama powers are real, man. He's using a little black magic again. Look at this face-off. Is this not the coolest face-off we've seen all year? This is a dope face-off. Like, I feel like this is a video game. This is Mortal Kombat shit. This doesn't seem real. Wow, I absolutely love this fight. I actually think it's a banger. I know people were shitting on it heavy all week, and then, you know, prior to the fight too, because, oh, Khalil doesn't deserve it. But his availability led him to the fight. And when you lay aside the rankings and you think just of matchups, it's a really cool fight as Rountree becomes the representation of Muay Thai inside of the UFC light heavyweight division, and Pereira, the former Glory Kickboxing world champion. Damn, I will say Rountree like plus 50 aura points. The dude has absolute aura now. But I'm going for Alex Pereira to still find the chin. Even though I won't lie, Rountree looks really cool. I just think Alex Pereira is too clean with it. And in a battle of striking where the only option is striking, I just simply can't pick against Alex Pereira right now. My brother's picking Rountree, and I respect my brother's picks, but I think he's taking an L. Minus 445 for Pereira. Rountree sitting at plus 345. Now looking at the side of the under 2.5. If you got it available, minus 220 seems like a lock. I think Pereira catches him. I'm feeling like the first is going to be a bit of a feeling out process. It's minus 275 for the KO in general. But Pereira by second round knockout, what is that? Plus 340? I'll say second round KO is the official pick because I think Pereira and Rountree both may be making some high-level reads in round number one. And then as they start finding the range, I believe kicks will be a factor that help them find range. There'll be shots that open up. I think Rountree probably walks into a massive hook. I think the lead left hook of Pereira is simply too powerful. And at times, Rountree does get hit on the, shots as he comes a little wide, and Pereira's just way too clean to get hit against. Like, Smith touched him with some weird punches. Imagine Poatan's clean-ass kickboxing, and his hands get moving. Alex Pereira is probably getting a left hook that drops Rountree. One of the hardest punchers ever. Rountree's got a great story. I'm happy he's here. Rountree, I've been watching since Tough. Respect to him finally working his way to the top. And what's crazy is Anderson Silva said he was going to be a middleweight champ. Well, now we're at light heavyweight, and Rountree's fighting Poatan, who's one of the pound-for-pound best in the game and definitely the biggest star in the UFC right now. I just can't see Rountree as the guy that dethrones Pereira. Pereira by knockout, confident pick. I do think he's going to get the KO. I'll say second round is a Mystic Mac call, but take that as you take that. It's not about the round. It's the method, and I think Pereira's knocking him out in the first or second. And still, Alex Pereira, champion of the world, and big fights looming. Those are my UFC 307 post-weigh-in predictions, but I'm not done yet. I'm not done because I want to have a little fun with parlays after the weigh-ins. I concocted some delusion. No, it's not delusion. Take that back. That's negative. I concocted some magic, right? What is it? Genius is insanity up until it works. We're going Aldo, Pena, Thompson, Savage Mode, plus 1466. This is a straight D-Gen parlay that I just wanted to open up with because you only live once and it's worth going hard sometimes. Now, for those that are like, I ain't doing Wonder Boy, you're still getting plus 440 if you think I'm going to hit on some of these main card underdogs. Now, if you're like, dude, I'm just not feeling risking it on any dogs, I think Alex Pereira is taking a nice W home. I expect him to be pretty damn clean with it. And, I think he's going to get the W. That's really all I can say. How many times do I got to say it? Now, if we can find OSP, there he is. I was looking for Spann, though, not OSP. Spann Pereira minus 137. If you're looking for light heavyweight love. I also think the over in this fight here is a damn lock. brings you to minus 100 if you load the 3 up. Now, if you don't like Spann, because I know a lot of people that subscribe have said, bro, I'm not putting it on Spann. He's just too inconsistent. So, I mean, you can go the over in the ladies fight with the champ Poetan. Then if you're looking to add a little steam, you add somebody like Aldo in for plus 217. But if you're looking for favorites, you're like, I don't want dogs. You do get minus 181 for this, but it makes you add another leg when you throw just a minus 1,000. I think Almeida gets a win. Minus 127 sucks, but it's better than nothing. If you did add the underdog Aldo, now you got 3-1 money, which is pretty damn nice. If you like the side of Harrison here, it's going to almost bring you to even, which I guess is okay, but that's 4 damn fights you're putting in a parlay for even money. Not the best bet ever. But I do think Harrison takes it home. I do think the over hits. I mean, this lady's over, Lucindo and Rodriguez, I got a feeling happens at minus 340. But I do hear a little whisper of, don't risk it all for the biscuit because Lucindo's jiu-jitsu's low-key underrated. I think that Jose Aldo straight is not a bad idea here, though. Even if you don't want to play the ladies over, which, I mean, I'll be shocked if this fight doesn't go over. But let's say you don't want it. You still get plus 248 for the all-Brazil parlay, which I think has a pretty high chance of coming through for you with Pereira at the top, Almeida and Aldo. Now, if you're willing to throw a little risk down and you want to have a little faith that Superman Spann's got more skill than he showed last time, you get nearly plus 400 odds. And then there's value adding in right there to bring it plus 470. And then, I mean, if you want to throw Kayla to get 5-1, now you got plus 526. Should I do a straight D-Gen one? I guess I have to, don't I? All right. We're going absolute as D-Gen as we can on this one, okay? We're going to go Alex Pereira via KO because I just want more value than throwing him straight. So Alex Pereira by knockout, load that one up. And then we're going to go underdog Jose Aldo plus 212. We're going to go Julianna Pena plus 648. And then we're going to add in the side of César Almeida plus 847 for more of a D-Gen call. Now, if you really want to go D-Gen or shit, you can just do this with Pereira by KO if you want. Holland by KO to risk it all brings you to plus 5,000. But again, that's like real D-Gen shit. But if you want to be a D-Gen savage, sometimes you got to take D-Gen risks. Where's Superman Spann? Where's my guy? Where's Spann? I'm like one of the Spann believers. Plus 1242 if you had Superman in the mix. If you're going for that savagery. But listen, I'm not done yet. We're doing one more. One more magic, okay? And I'm not putting Spann in it. I'm not putting Superman Spann in it. We're going to go César Almeida in your lineup because I think he's taking it home. We're going to go Wonder Boy to get it done. We're going to go with the side of Jose Aldo to take a W home at plus 727. And then we're going Poetan at the top. I am going to say by knockout because I just simply think that's the method of victory that makes the most sense for plus 1,000 money, which I think is pretty damn nice. Now from here, if you want to have a little faith, you're like, Kevin Holland's calling my name. He's going to find this dude's chin. If you believe it, now you got plus 6,000 on it. Now you got crazy plus money. Now you're in a different territory. You take out Thompson, you still got plus 2,000, which I think is a pretty good play. Ain't horrible. Let's see if anything happens. You add Kayla. Bro, you're getting hella points. You add Kayla. Now it's worthwhile to add her. Be cautious with your bets. Be cautious with your parlays. You can get out of hand, okay? You can get a little too crazy with it. But I definitely like mixing in some dogs on some big plus money calls. Overall, bet it intelligently, okay? Bet it intelligently. And do your own research. Don't blindly tell. But my lock, I'm going underdog Aldo. I think there's some decent parlays you can make on this card that revolve some confident picks that are somewhat chalky, mixed in with some good underdogs that I think got a real chance of coming through. Make sure you guys smash that like button on your way out. And if you're new to the channel, subscribe it up. I appreciate everybody who consistently tunes into the show. Big W's to all you guys. Definitely throw me a W in the comments. If you enjoy the content, definitely let me know what you think of the content. Let me know what you think of the picks. I want to hear from the people. Throw me your lock. Throw me your favorite picks. See, is there any other post-weigh-in pick flips for you guys? I want to know if it's just me or if you guys are feeling the same thing. I'll see you all for the Fight Companion. Thank you all. Savage mode. I'm out of here. See you for 307. Peace, guys, and good night.